Okay, so this is where we stopped in our last video, parts of an HTML document. So we'll be looking at the different parts of an HTML document. So we'll go straight to our text editor now to look at the different parts of an HTML document. So I have here so there are different kinds of text editors. Okay, so for writing our HTML code, we won't be using a word editor like Microsoft Word. We'll be using a plain text editor. So you can find Notepad on your PC, okay, and you can also download Notepad++. Notepad. Once you just search Notepad, you click on the app, it opens it up. But for this course, we won't be using Notepad. So there are different kinds of text editor. You have Sublime Text, you have Atom, you have VS Code, you have Visual Studio. So as you progress, you choose or you come to find out what kind of text editor you need for a particular kind of project. So for this, we'll be using Sublime Text. So but you can use anyone you're comfortable with. Okay, so now this is a Sublime Text editor display page. Okay, now we saw the parts of an HTML document. Okay, we have the doc type declaration, we have the HTML, which comprises of the head and the body. So we'll be looking at this one after the other. But first of all, I want us to save this document as a web page. To save it as a web page, you just do Ctrl+S. Okay, so you choose a location to save it. Okay, so I can save it on the desktop for now. Okay, but you can save it anywhere. The most important thing is knowing where you are saving it. That's the most important thing. Okay, so I'm going to give it a name, index.html. So as we progress, you know the importance of using the index or the index as the name, but it doesn't matter at this point. Okay, you can name your web page whatever you like, but the most important thing here is you have to add the .html extension to indicate that this is a web page, then save. Okay, so you can see it here. So this is the page that we just created now, the index.html. So I can now open it on my browser. So let me open it. So this is it, a blank page. Okay, now let me write and save it, then refresh. You can see what I just wrote. So anything I want, I can write on this web page. Anything I write will appear on the web page. Okay, but I can't just start writing like this. There is a format that has to be followed. Okay, so I need to first of all declare the doc type. So this is what a doc type declaration looks like. HTML. Okay, So this is a doc type declaration. This is to tell the web browser what version of HTML to follow, okay, because HTML has different versions, okay. So this particular doc type declaration is for HTML5. You can do a Google search for doc type declaration of different versions, okay. Let me see, HTML4 doc type. Okay. So this is the doc type declaration for HTML4. So there is 1 to 4 HTML3. So all the versions of HTML have their different doc type declarations. Okay, but this is for HTML5 and this is what we'll be following. So after that, you have the HTML tag. HTML. Okay. Now this is to tell the browser that this is where my HTML document is starting and this is where it is ending. Okay. Now the next thing is this, the head. So this is the head and this is the body. Okay, we have the HTML. Inside the HTML we have head and body. The head is not inside the body and the body is not inside the head, so you need to take note of the relationship between them. Okay, the HTML is the parent of the head and the body, so that makes the head and the body siblings. Just take note of that, because as we progress you discover the importance of this parents, children, siblings relationship, especially when we get to CSS. Okay, now the head has some tags that need to go into them. The body also have tags that need to go into them. We won't be covering all the tags, we'll cover the basic ones just to give you this kickstart. Okay, and once you are comfortable with all of this, you have a good foundation, then you are able to build a lot of things on your own. Okay, so in the next video we'll be looking at some of the tags we use for the head and the difference between the head and the body. Thank you.